amongst your hosts, Tony and Baxter. Baxter, I hear you have a little bit of a dribble that you want to give to these fans of, I guess, why we disappeared towards the back end of last season for a little bit.
Well, it's not really dribble, Tony, and Happy New Year to you too. Look, let's be honest, it wasn't Tony the reason why we were MIA towards the back end of the last season. It was me, poor me. I got approached by a football club to become an assistant coach to one of the Western teams. I will not name where or who I'm coaching for, but this coach does get results. So I had to sort of go MIA, couldn't really look into any other teams, and it is what it is. You know, we had the Matildas World Cup, you know, we're on the hype band for that. Then I got approached by FIFA to do some Saudi, you know, try and get the World Cup off Saudi Arabia. That sort of fell on deaf ears. But yeah, I'm the assistant coach now, and I can't really say more than that actually, because I signed an NDA, and we'll just have to go through it. But anything happened over the break for you, Tony? Anything interesting? I know your dad's in America right now for football, but
yeah, well, I mean, I will start in and jump in and say, if you are new to the show, this is a regular occurrence. Josh likes to have a little bit of a dribble to start the episode, and it's good. So get involved. If there's anything you want to talk about before the episode starts, before we get into the team list, let us know. If you want to jump on board, definitely send us a message and we'll jump on. But yeah, nothing too much. The Roosters started to win a few games, and it coincided with us not recording last year. So I was happy to kind of take the foot off the pedal, and the wins kept coming. But it's a new season. We are in Vegas. I guess before we jump into the two games that are going to happen this weekend, talk to me about Vegas. What do you think about it? What do you think about the potential expansion if they do add a American League? And then obviously we'll touch quickly on Penrith going down in the World Club Challenge once again.
Yeah, look, what the deal is for 5 years. So everybody will, or should I say, everybody in the NRL will get an opportunity to take their club over to Vegas. Whether or not that happens for some of these poor teams, because I really don't want to see like a game of Dragons v Tigers at the moment. It'll be a very piss poor attendance and entertainment wise. So only the good teams can go across. Hopefully, maybe the Cowboys or Penrith, Parramatta, one of those Western teams, and my Cowboys can go across, and I could join them too.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like you said, my daddy's over, or he's on his way to America right now, obviously, for different reasons, but it would have been good to get over there for this game. But it is what it is. Hopefully, who knows? They say every team's going to go, but the Roosters might get another chance later on in the years if it is a successful campaign this year. But, Josh, let's jump straight into it. We've got two games coming from Las Vegas this Sunday in Australia, Saturday Las Vegas time. I'll pop it up in the screen. The first game, it's NRL Late Mail Round 1. You got the Manly Sea Eagles taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. It's coming from you Sunday Australian time from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Baxter, let's start with the away team. I'm going to throw South Sydney across to you. Talk to me about it.
It's good on paper. We got Luke Brooks as an addition, playing 6. You got Ben Trbojevic coming in for the injured Josh Schuster, overpaid, as I believe. It should be an improvement from last season. Touch wood that every player stays on the park fit and healthy. But, you know, I'm optimistic. I want to see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see this game up and running first on Vegas weekend. So it'll be very, as I said, interesting to see. Hopefully everything goes well. Referees keep the whistle in the pocket and just let this be a sort of an origin feel from a referee point of view for the game.
And I guess, what do you make of, the key matchups? We'll start with the first one. You've got Trbojevic, who has had his injury concerns. Latrell Mitchell, who did have his injuries last year. What do you make of, that fullback battle? Both are trying to make, amends for their teams after last season's injuries. Who do you think wins that battle, and why do you think they take it out?
I think if they both stay healthy throughout the season, I'm going with Tommy T. The man's won a Dally M Latrell, not so much. But anything could happen. This could be Latrell's year where he breaks out and becomes the next bigger and better GI. Tommy could raise the stakes and win a comp and to be up there with the Snake. It is what it is, but I just will have to wait and see.
And I guess, obviously, my biggest thing here when I look at these two squads, obviously South Sydney do have a lot of injuries. We're not going to say they don't. I think anyone can see how they were destroyed as it was leading up to the season. But they do have, again, the try-scoring freak, Alex Johnston. They've got Cody Walker, who has overcome his injury. Lachlan Ilias is back in the squad. But I want to turn my attention to the Manly Six. You brought up his name. Luke Brooks has come into this squad. He's come from a Tigers squad where it was all on him. All the pressure was on him. And I don't think he's even going to shy away to say his career at the Tigers was a massive fail. They should have done a lot better. He's a good player. He can lead the pack. But here, he comes into a Manly side where you've got the Queensland number 7. He's going to sit there. He's going to run the game. And Brooksy gets to play second fiddle. I guess, do you see it working? And do you see Luke Brooks taking his game to the next level?
I think he could be the next Brett Phil. I think he was down in Melbourne.
Basically, give the ball to your centres, let Daly do his thing, let him run the team. Put Tommy in the holes. Look at Garrick and Cooler making those big centre runs down either side of the park. So hopefully he can cook up a storm and fire up that barbecue that he got from the Tigers and help Manly to a premiership this season.
Well, let's hope if he does get him to a premiership, let's hope they supply the gas bottle because the Tigers couldn't splurge enough to get that. But it is set up to be an absolute cracking game now. There is a few changes, obviously, with the field. The field is a bit smaller. The in-goal is small. I don't know if you've seen the photo. There's about a half a metre gap from the end of their ball line and going over the edge. So I guess not as a coach, because we don't coach the rugby league game. We coach the football game, the world game. But how do you guess these kickers are going to adapt to a smaller in-goal, a smaller field? Do you reckon it's going to help them in Vegas? Do you reckon it's going to hurt them in the long run in the rest of the season? What do you make of that?
Oh, mate, you talk about coaching the round ball, mate. As I said, I can't talk about where I'm coaching at this current time. But it shouldn't really hurt them long run because this was the one-off deal. It's not like they're going to be playing most of their games this season at Vegas Alliance Stadium. So, look, if maybe the Super League were over here, that would suit them because they're used to playing on a smaller in width and smaller dead ball area week to week. So maybe for the Penrith Panthers, if they ever get over here, they might be used to it since the World Cup Challenge being over there. But nonetheless, I think it's just play with what you got, move on, and enjoy the rest of Vegas.
Yeah, well, the players have been there for a while. Some of them did stay in Vegas. Some of them have only got to Vegas the last couple of days. The launch to the season looked absolutely unbelievable. The players looked in good spirits, but you did bring up the World Club Challenge. You did bring up Penrith. So a massive shout-out does have to go out to, obviously, Wigan. They went in, they won the game, they got the job done. And most New Zealand fans would be happy because they share a name with the New Zealand Warriors, and it's the Wigan Warriors. So massive congratulations to them. Baxter, before we wrap up this game and jump into the game that I guess I'm more excited about, giving me a prediction for this game. Is it 1 to 12, 13 plus? Who's taking home the Chockies for the first game in Vegas?
Oh, look, I know my dad's not going to be happy with me, but I'm going Manly 1 to 12 here. I think they can, the more cohesion that they are, the less injury prone that they are, I think they can put some damage across this comp.
Yeah, I have to 100% agree with you. They put a very weakened squad against the Roosters full-strength squad a couple of weeks ago. And although it was just a trial, those couple fringe first-grade players that did go in had an absolute crack. So I expect Manly to have a good season. I expect them to get back into the 8. But like we say each year, it all relies heavily on can Turbo stay fit, can Cherry Evans lead the pack, and can he stay fit as he gets older. But I'm going to agree with you on this one. I'm going to go Manly 1 to 12. Some might say it's my hatred towards the other team, but I do think, like you said, Manly do have enough strike power to get across the line. But